See, welcome all of you. We will be seeing today a very important topic, AC generator. This is a device which is used to produce electricity in an alternating fashion. For this, we are having two magnets, two pole piece of magnets, north pole and south pole are there. You can also use a horseshoe magnet, or it depends up to you. Here what I have shown is a schematic diagram. That is, schema is here, that how we are going to see the alternating current effect. The name is AC generator because it is a production of it is a producer of alternating current. This generator produces alternating current. It is based upon the principle of electromagnetic induction, and the main work what it does, it converts the mechanical energy into the electrical energy, just reverse of the electric motor. As you can see, you have two poles, north and south. I have taken such kind of magnet, and I have taken a armature coil PQRS. PQRS is a armature coil, and to this coil I have attached a ring R1, and to the first ring R1 I have attached a carbon brush B1. Now I have a second ring as well, which is R2, and a brush B2 is attached. See, these brushes are conducting brushes, and these rings are used to just switch the wire when the half rotation is done. See, and we here take the output from a load resistance. The axis of rotation is shown as a dotted line, and this is the your rotation. Dear students, you know that we have already told you in class 11th as well. See, there are four forces acting. Firstly, a force will act here. Here it shows that in between P and S, the midpoint where this line crosses, the axis crosses, a force will be acting downwards, and here a force will be acting upwards. Now, as the line of action of the both forces are same, and since the forces are equal in magnitude and the direction is opposite, so they tend to cancel out. Here the forces which are acting on PS and QR arm tends to cancel out. Again, on the arm PQ and on the arm RS, there will be a force acting. This you can always find by using the Fleming's right hand rule, which we have told you earlier. Now again you can see that on the arm PQ, a downward force will act, and on the arm RS, an upward force will act. These forces will again be equal and opposite, but since their line of action is not same, so they tend to produce a couple. Couple, you know, they tend to produce a kind of torque, and due to this torque, this coil will rotate within this magnetic field. Due to the presence of this couple or torque, this coil will rotate in the magnetic field. Again, see here, I have one more diagram for you. This is the diagram when the current is moving in such direction, PQRS. Now, after the half rotation, the direction of current has to be same, because we are having the same magnet here. But as you can see, that arm has been just reversed. It is because of the fact that brushes have changed there. Now the difference, as you can see in the first one, this bold line, orange color, now has shifted towards this end. It is due to this that it changes its position alternatively, and we get a alternating current. So the main thing behind this is AC generator, or we also call it as AC dynamo, is an alternator or a device which converts the mechanical energy into the alternating current. Clear? Now we move to the next slide. The principle of operation. The principle of operation. The AC generator is based upon the principle of what? A very well known established fact, electromagnetic induction. What is electromagnetic induction? That we have discussed in the previous classes. What is electromagnetic induction? Let me illustrate it here also. Whenever a changing magnetic flux is there, it induces an electric current in the neighboring coil where the change in flux is observed. And this was done by the Faraday, a very fantastic experiment. See, the construction of this generator is very simple. As I have told you, we have a field magnet, both poles north and south, an armature coil, PQRS, two slip rings, R1, R2, two brushes, B1, B2, and a load is there. The working is very simple. As I have told you, let's have a look over it. Let the armature be rotated in such a way that PQ goes down and RS comes up, which induces EMF, and hence current is set up. And by application of Fleming's right hand rule, the direction of current is PQR S R2 B2 B1 R1P. That means the whole process now, starting from PQR RS R2 B2 B1 R1P. Since we are applying force, you have seen generator, है ना, आपने अपने घरों में देखा है, अपने आसपास ट्यूबवेल वगैरह जहाँ लोग चलाते हैं, जहाँ बिजली की उतनी व्यवस्था नहीं है, वहाँ पे हम लोग इस तरह का इस्तेमाल करते हैं जनरेटर का, उसको हैंडल से घुमाते हैं. शादी विवाह में भी आप देखे होंगे, आता है जनरेटर जहाँ पे बड़े होते हैं आयोजन बिजली की व्यवस्था को दुरुस्त करने के लिए. सो वी रोटेट दैट यूजिंग द हैंडल, वी रोटेट द कॉइल. Thing is that we rotate the magnet in the case of our generator which we are having at our household and using our various purposes. Thing is same, either you rotate coil or you rotate magnetic field. The change in flux must be there, and this change in flux will tend to produce an induced current. By application of force, the PQ will go down, RS will come up, and the motion will cause a induced current. Okay? See, after half rotation, the arm PQ comes up and RS goes down into the plane. Then by Fleming's right hand rule, the direction is reversed. See, PR1 B1 B2 R2 S R QP. This we have seen in the previous slide. If the one way is taken positive, then reverse will be negative, and therefore the current is said to be alternating, and it's a sinusoidal current. Now you will be asking, sir, why it is you are saying that it is a sinusoidal current? Can you give some proof? Yes, dear students, there is a proof for it also. See, this I am showing you a schematic diagram. If it is asked in the examination, you should draw this diagram. We are having a magnetic field. Magnetic field, it is originating from North Pole going to the South Pole, and we are having a coil here, PQRS coil, and this is the axis of rotation, which is rotating with the angular velocity omega. We are having PQRS, and current is shown to you in the diagram. Now we are having different angle. Suppose it is to some angle theta with the normal, with the means axis of rotation. So you know that magnetic flux is what? Magnetic flux is B dot A. That means BA cos theta. When this theta is 0, that means it is parallel to this. You get what? Maximum flux. B dot A. BA cos theta means cos 0 will be 0, and you will get BA cos theta. Suppose here we are having certain angle, that means the coil is to some angle with this magnetic field or this axis of rotation. We are firstly taking this, that this coil is at angle theta with this magnetic field. Now you know that at time t the velocity is omega, and you know that in angular displacement term this theta is what? Omega t. You are all knowing this. We have seen this in earlier classes, that theta is what? Omega into t. At t equal to 0, that means initially starting point, the loop is assumed to be perpendicular to the magnetic field. That is, we are having the maximum case. As I was saying you, the theta is 0. Now, so if we put this value of theta here in the first equation, then theta, then this phi will be, that means magnetic flux will be NBA cos omega t. And if we differentiate this phi, why we should differentiate? Because we are seeing that this electric generator, AC generator, is working on the principle of electromagnetic induction. And in the electromagnetic induction, we have seen the Faraday law, which says that epsilon, that means the induced EMF, is equal to minus d phi by dt. So let us find this value of d phi by dt. If I differentiate this phi, this magnetic flux, with respect to time, then see, n is constant, not differentiated, b is constant, not differentiated, a is constant, not differentiated. But cos omega t, since this cosine term is containing omega and t, this will be differentiated, and the differentiation of cos is minus sine and the argument omega t. But you see, there is omega t as well, so this omega will also be differentiated and you will get this omega. Very simple differentiation principle is here. So what we know, that E is equal to minus d phi by dt. So comparing the two relations, we get that E, that means the induced EMF, is equal to NBA omega sine omega t. Now, dear students, you can always see here that n is a constant because number of turns will be fixed. Suppose we are having 1000 turns, 5000 turns. B is the magnetic field. We are having magnetic field which will be fixed. Suppose 1 Tesla, 2 Tesla, whatever. Area of coil will again be fixed. And omega is what? Rotation. So we can fix this value and we can write it in terms of E naught. What is E naught? The absolute value. So E will be equal to E naught sine omega t, where this value of E naught is this value, NBA omega. And if you plot a graph between E and omega t, between E and omega t, keeping this E naught fixed, so what you get is that E is equal to E naught sine omega t. E is equal to E naught sine omega t, and this value you can always find it as this angle we are having pi by 2. ठीक है बच्चों? तो देखिए, अगर हम ग्राफ प्लॉट करें E नॉट, है ना, मैक्सिमम वैल्यू क्या होगी जब साइन की वैल्यू क्या हो जाए, दिस ओमेगा टी इज pi by 2, that means 90. So this is pi by 2 here, 90. If this omega t is 0, तो ये कहाँ पे आएगा? 0 पे आएगा. So आप देख रहे हैं कि ओमेगा टी की वैल्यू के हिसाब से इस E की वैल्यू वेरी करेगी. कैसे? आइए आपको दिखाते हैं हल्का सा. देखिए, हमने 0 पे लिया, फिर ये आगे बढ़ा. देखिए, ओमेगा टी की वैल्यू 0, तो E बराबर E नॉट साइन 0. साइन 0 इज 0, सो यू आर हैविंग 0 हियर, है ना. फिर आपकी ओमेगा टी की वैल्यू पाई बाई 2, तो आपको क्या मिला? मैक्सिमम. साइन पाई बाई 2 इज मैक्सिमम 1, यू नो, E नॉट अपाया, है ना. नाउ व्हेन दिस साइन पाई, दिस ओमेगा टी इज इक्वल टू पाई, तो साइन पाई इज 0, यू आर गेटिंग 0. नाउ व्हेन इट इज 3 पाई बाई 2, you are in the negative domain and it varies alternatively. कहने का मतलब कि इसकी वैल्यू अपने हिसाब से क्या हो रही है? अल्टरनेट हो रही है. इसीलिए नाम दिया गया इसको अल्टरनेटिंग करंट जनरेटर या एसी जनरेटर. ठीक है बच्चों? ओके, थैंक यू.